Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Craig's Garage. We did it again. Well, I did it again. That engine's got to come back out. I drove angry, and I spun a bearing, and it has a slight knocking noise. So, yeah, we got to pull this 350 out, and then tomorrow we're going to pick up another 350, and then we're going to put new gaskets and whatnot to that 350, and then drop it in. Hopefully, have it running by Saturday. So today is 30th of May, so like when the other Wildcat videos come out, they're farther back is when they got done. So we got 15 days, 14 days to get the Skylark fixed and get the Wildcat fixed, because that one's almost done, and so we can get them to a car show. So there will be no time lapse, where I'll just jump around when like I get certain parts done on the car. I'll bring you guys back. I forgot my camera stand, so that's why we're not time lapsing, or we'll be doing a full time lapse and what. So I don't know how long this video will be. I don't know pretty much anything about it for like time length, but eventually at some point in this video you will see the time lapsing stuff. So right now we're just gonna kind of jump around until I get my camera stand and stuff. So with no further ado, I'm gonna attempt to get this hood off by myself and get a bunch of other stuff ready so I can pull this 350 back out. So let's kick some ass. Well, 350 is pretty much ripped apart completely in the front here. I'll flip you guys around here. So I have all the brackets off. Everything should be taken off up on the top end. We still have a bunch of electrical to take off. So now we can lift this up into the air. I got half the bell housing undone. So you can see radiator and stuff is out. So let's crawl underneath and get the rest of this out. So all that should be left is the torque converter, the engine mounts, and the bell housing, and the electrical on the starter. Then she should be able to come right out. So I think I've maybe about an hour I've been doing this for so far. So let's keep going. Car is up and in the air. We're gonna get everything else taken out now. So I did forget to say we had to still do the exhaust, but that won't take too long. So surprisingly, I want to kind of laugh a little bit. New cars, they suck. I hate working on them. Them three guys right there, and that guy, and maybe a normal wrench. Shit you can find in a normal place. I ripped that whole front and top end off. It's just them. And then this is going to be everything for on the bottom, just because I need some sockets. That just shows how nice it is working on old vehicles. I don't know if you guys agree. It's my opinion. I think it's awesome. So I'm going to jump up underneath, crank up the music, and just get to work and deal with the little guys on my feet. So let's roll. Well, this is where we are at now. The engine is completely unbolted. I have to run to town, pick up a carb adapter. I'm not running chains on this anymore to get engines out. I'm going to do this better. So all that's actually left is the oil feed for the oil pressure. So I've noticed the pump is leaking. So just gotta get that fixed. Probably just have to tighten it back up. But yeah, she's ready to go. Bell housing's unbolted. Kind of a pain. We did it. We got it. So cleaned up the starter. This starter has been chilling outside for many years on the 72 block. And original solenoid, original housing and everything works just fine. It clicks once in a while, so I'm going to get a new solenoid. But yeah, we're ready to pull this engine out. So, yeah, I'll be right back. Well, I forgot to record this next part here, but she's out. So not too bad. We started at like 10 o'clock. It's now 3. I did have to run to town to get that plate up there. Boy, does that thing work great. So we were definitely leaking out of the rear. like heavily. And then them China walls that I put in 2 years ago give out. Look at this running oil down the side. So that would explain where it was leaking from. It's right up there. So we'll put a heavy bead in. So, but yeah, we just gotta go. I gotta somehow move the cherry picker now. I'm thinking just getting a 4-wheeler over there and hooking a chain up and moving it. So, but that will be it for today. So we'll go pick up the other engine and then we'll get it on the stand and we'll bring you guys back. So we'll get some video and like up to date as we're heading and going there. So, but we are making heavy progress. All right, engine's here. Finally, we got it. 6-hour drive, worth it. This engine is in good shape. This thing is gonna be a dog though. There's gonna be no power in it. Things I noticed right off the bat, I had the heads off so I can move it, make it just a speck lighter. I have it soaking right now, I want to get it cleaned up. So I was going to paint it, and I'm like, you know what? It would look good with the GM orange. So just, something different. So I'll put the chrome valve covers back on that the red one has. So, but anyway, this is a smog engine. So I believe this is a 76. I believe that's the last year they made them. The guy said it's a 77. I didn't do my research though, so he could be right, and they could have made them from 77 to like 78, something like that. But this is a smog engine, so it means it's gonna have lower compression and it's got a smaller cam in it. And then the intake had spots to have air, I believe, pumped into it. So what we're gonna do different is we're gonna swap the cam out. I have a 501 lift cam that should boost this with some power. At least maybe bring it back to like a normal 350. And then I was gonna swap over the intakes so I don't have the smog stuff anymore. Oh, we got Shop Kitty here joining us. Alright, you don't want to be in the chemicals there, buddy. Come here. There, you can be on TV. Alright. I don't know if they like people yet. But anyways, so I'm going to clean it up really quick, and then we'll flip this over in the bottom end, take the pan off with the heads and what. Get timing cover off of it, and we'll see how the bearings look to see if this engine is worth it. So I will be back very shortly. Just come out. Yeah, this can come out. Hey, buddy. Alright, I'll be back. Okay. I sprayed the engine off. I didn't do the timing cover because we're pulling it off anyways. So I'm going to break this head loose. Stick a rag into the first cylinder here, so cylinder 2. And then see what we got. So I can show you guys the more shallow pistons. It turns over absolutely beautifully, but so here's the cylinders. They're gonna need some runtime, but you can hear the ring ridge on it, so she's got some miles on her. So what I mean by lower compression, the nipple in the center here will show you how deep the piston goes, and on like this 72 block or the original 69 block that I got, these are almost flat, hardly any, maybe it's half of that deep. So this is like a 9-to-1 for an example. That would be 10-to-1. So this will not have the compression that the old engines do. So we need to get the timing cover off. So what we'll do here, but like, I mean, it rotates beautifully. The guy that owned it said it never smoked, and it ran good, type of deal. these things are always a pain. But I'll never go to aluminum. I can weld aluminum. That's what I do for a job. But I hate working with it. Yeah, you can get the horsepower. You can get, I don't know if you do extra shit with it than a normal cast head will do. But I know one thing. Cast iron can take a hell of a lot more heat than these guys can. Oh, bullshit. Alright, well, let's turn it back over now. What was that? Oh, a lifter. Broke the bolt loose. Hoofda. Bitch heavy. I am fat and tired. Now she won't go anywhere. Them lifters here. Let's see how much wear they got. Well, one's out. So, your wear, as lifters spin, these are immaculate. But when a lifter is in there, if like you're new to learning engines and somehow you have found my channel, I'm going to explain it the best that I can. So you can see there's a speck of wear sitting in there. But like when I burnt my cam in my first 350, which caused it to eat the mains out like a year later, these were like drinking cups. They were that burnt. But these, again, spin, so it was like a dish. So, you know, yeah. It blew up, and we're going to be rebuilding that engine here very shortly. What I mean by shortly, I mean winter, and it's May 31st right now. Oh, yeah. That's a good harmonic balancer right there. Cracking, beautiful. It's just nice that I didn't have to pull it out, which means it's good, you know. So we're gonna pop this timing cover off. Yeah, the whole timing cover's still on. We're gonna run a socket on that guy. Okay. You guys might not be able to fully hear me. So the timing cover should be ready to come off. It feels stuck, so I'm gonna not do that because that's how you wreck shit. And I find my crescent wrenches. It's right there. All right, pop it into the fuel slot and just. Oh yeah. Yeah, she's not supposed to do that. That timing chain set is war. Really bad. Oof da me. So, shouldn't jump off. Yeah, it's gonna need some love. Whatever timing chain is better out of the two I got will run, and eventually I will pull the parts back out and we can put a better timing chain on it. So, let's pop these lifters out. Let me get the camshaft out. Oh yeah. Yeah, we can get that out. That'll be good. So, yeah, let's pop them lifters out. And again, the lifters are in really good shape. Those didn't wear too bad. So I'm going to reuse the other lifters that are in the other engine because those are new. We'll run them. Which should give us more height. I'd like to compare these lifters to the other ones. Maybe these ones are just shorter. And this might be a short block, like tall, short deck. I don't know if that was a different thing, you know. What is this guy, huh? Oh yeah, part of the oil pan. The shortness of these lifters are crazy. So the oiling system on this guy is a spec different. Found out. So we're gonna have to figure something out. Which is fine. No, won't bother me any. So I gotta run these heads though, which is fine. Again, that means I can put the heads that were originally on my GS 350 back together, keep them together, keep them that way. So beautiful, just beautiful. All right, let's now pop the cam out. So. Oh. Oh. Oh, brother. Where art you? Ooh. I think they may have overhauled this, I suspect. The front cam bearing looks beautiful. From first glance. Now it could change in a dramatic heartbeat. For all I know. But if they put new bearings in it, I would have put a new tie chain in it as well. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. Oh, brother. I take that back. Oh, little baby lobes. Let's take a look at this front bearing here. Well, if they're wore, we're gonna, just look at them. These engines are terrible. This front guy's absolutely just shredded up on front here. I don't know if them other guys even any better. They sure as hell don't look like it. Yikes. Here, I'll get you guys in here. Let me just dry this cam off really quick. Oh yeah. Huh. Oh brother. There's a part of the cam. Said it ran good. Maybe the bearings can last for the year. Because we're on a deadline. Again. This could sit there. Let's take a look at these bearings. Here's the front one. It ain't rough. No, there's still cam bearing there. I like them back ones. There. Now that could be oil residue for all I know. So, stuff can change. Like, I mean, they're not delaminated. Maybe they're just completely delaminated and it's already past that. But like, I mean, like, I'm gonna run it. We'll put it together. We'll blow the oil pressure in the thing. So, yep, there's the crew. They're out with us today. I'm gonna have to scare them off. Come on, you guys. There's gonna be chemicals rolling here. I don't want you guys getting sick. I love kittens way too much to watch them suffer. So we're gonna pop these heads back off, and then we'll look at the bottom end here really quick. So let's do that. Heads are back off, and bottom end is ready to be pulled. So I want to check the mains. Well, one main and one of the rods, and then we'll torque them back up, type of deal. That's way too big of a socket. I need that beautiful 1/2 inch over there. I think they attempted to chrome this, and looks like they patched it too or something. So that's okay. That's perfectly fine. So I'm gonna Speedy Gonzalez this here really quick, and then we can carry on. Jesus. Dent this thing before I even get it out. It's completely unbolted. That's no. It's okay. Just hold on. This pan is going to take a shit before I can even get the guy out. Oh. Holy shit. We'll dent that back out. So it looked like it was cracked anyways at some point. Oof. Bottom end looks really good actually. Alright, pan's out. Pickup screen looks really good. This guy is going to be a pain to get off, I can already tell. Oh boy. Alright, we're going to pop a rod bearing off. Those are usually our first to go. So. Just have it. 7/16. That's a lot for that little guy to hold on to. She's got some play in her. I'm going to pull his middle cap. I really hope it's in good shape. Nothing seems broken, so it's quite nice. You know, they got their typical wear, but too, this is our rod bearing. Mains are the worst. Oh yeah, she's got some wear. So, dog's going nuts. These are some unique bolts. Look at these guys. Never seen something like that. Tessa, that's enough. No. Girl. No, no. Yeah. She'll stop eventually. These, I'm gonna do like 70 foot-pounds. I don't want this flying apart on me, so. But the rods look okay. I'm not gonna complain. Let's check the mains. That guy should work. Maybe a little sloppy, but it's okay. We'll go with this guy here. Ooh. This little torque wrench has seen better days. I know that this guy ain't gonna be perfect though. Maybe we could pop it up. This guy I gotta be careful with. You know, this ain't no oil pan. Switching to a different oil pan. I'm running the powder coated one that my buddy did for me. So that one means a lot. So. Not bad. Yeah, they got wear. But I've seen worse. So we'll run them. She'll do okay. She's wore. I did get lucky on this one again. So if you do take these out, there's a little arrow just showing you facing it towards the front. So hopefully you guys did see that. So, I'm gonna pop her back into place here. So I'm happy with my purchase. I will not complain. Well, we'll cruise back all 5 of them again. But they're not leaking any more fluids, so. So we got these two need to torque down. I'll do like 110 for these. Like 75, 80 for those. So I'm gonna do that before I forget. So let me torque those down and get a new gasket. What the heck is that? There's a piece of styrofoam in the black. That's fine. So let me get the gasket out and get the other pan off the other engine, which is just hanging on right behind me there. So just pretty awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna get everything else figured out here, and I'll bring you guys back in when we put the gasket and another pan on. Well, I just pulled the pan off of that engine. Oof. Don't know exactly what went out, but that's, you can just see the metal shavings everywhere in there. So I'm gonna spray this out, get her cleaned up. So everything here is nice. Got a nice spot for the gasket. So, yeah, we're gonna keep trugging along here. Well, we're putting in the cam that's in my hand is my bigger cam. The cam on the right is that factory cam. You can see the lobe difference on them back two, on how much taller this guy is going to be, which will be nice. So I hope it fits. I know it will fit. I don't know if it'll run the same though. So I'm gonna put you guys on the stand. We'll slide that big monster in there. That cam is broken, and that's it. And then we switched it. So let's get you guys on the stand, and we'll drop a cam into this monster. Camshaft time. Hold on. Add some oil, we'll just pour on it. This is straight 30. So. Come on now. Ooh, that ain't good for it. There we go. It's hitting the crankshaft. All right, hold on. Oh yeah, that ain't going. There we go. It's hitting the crank. Booyah. Now. Oh yeah. Booyah. Okay, now we won't turn it until we have to time it. So we need parts off the other engine now, like lifters, push rods, and intake and timing cover. So let's yeah, we'll speed run all them parts off really quick. So. It's the next day. Heads are back on. Looks like we had just got it over here actually. And timing cover is on. Bigger pump is on now. So my phone died, and I didn't want to stop working, so we had to push forward. So we got to torque the heads down. So we have to drop that 350 over here, which was originally in the Skylark, and then we can take the intake off, take all the head bolts out except the middle one to keep these heads on. And then when we get the intake off, we'll put that intake on the 350 that's behind me, and then we can be able to move it again. So we're just gonna time lapse it here. If you guys do want to see a better build, go watch my full video of building this engine. Well, actually that engine down in the pit. So yeah, that's kind of a better video. I'm gonna time lapse it here, just throwing the head and intake on and finishing this engine up, so I can get it into there later. So let the time lapse begin. I want to show you guys this. So this is a factory cam that's in this engine. Nothing special to it. Look at the lift on this guy already compared to the 350 that's on the engine stand right now. So one thing I wanna check, if we're gonna be using these, so we gotta take them out nicely, as if they're taller than the other ones. Oh, they're the same size, so all right. That guy is 1, 2, 3. Maybe these guys are just taller. So that cam's almost top. So all right, let's get that guy there, that third one. All right, yeah, that's all the lift. So I think these guys sit higher up. It's like that lifter would not come out at all. It would drop down when the cam was flat, and then it would raise up some flush. So she'll be a little bit more peppy. So I'm gonna get all these lifters out and moved, and then we'll bring you guys back in again. Continuing on, the heads and everything, the bolts are ready to be torqued down. So we're gonna just tighten them. In the sequence they need to be tightened. Or no sequence, and we just tighten them down, then when we go to torque them, then we sequence them. Well, here is our moment of truth. So we got the bigger cam in. Last time we ran it, we had problems with the push rods being too short. So, oh boy, me is nervous. I have a feeling it's not gonna work. But gotta believe. Where did I put my ratchet? There it is. If not, I might be making a pit stop at a buddy's house. Get some adjustable push rods. Alright. It's 3/8, isn't it? Yep. Look at that. I think it's gonna work, you guys. It might have been my problem the entire time, as I had the wrong rocker arches. She's a little loose, but once these build pressure too, they shouldn't be too bad. That is completely to the bottom, so, and it's just got a tiny bit of play. We're gonna try it. I hope that these guys work, because we're gonna try to build oil pressure in this guy. But I think we'll be good. Maybe. These rocker arms have seen better days. So I'm gonna get the other side on, then we'll torque it down, throw 5 quarts of oil into this guy, and see if she'll build some pressure up. So hopefully she does. So I'm gonna have to rob my oil pressure gauge out of the car really quick so I can see what oil pressure she builds. So I'm just gonna jump us back into a time lapse. Engine held oil pressure. Maxed the gauge out at 80. So I still don't know about these push rods here. So that's what I'm worried about. So we'll have to take a look here. I'm gonna put the gaskets back on. I don't have sealer on me, and this is my last day to get this car fixed. So we need to rob that one and that one. So hold on, maybe there might be in the van too. Who knows? So because the fucking gasket kit that I bought is sitting on the roof of the Skylark, they're not in there. So oh well. So I'm gonna get the intake all set up and set on. Or I could just jump into another time lapse here. Alright, we're back. Engine's ready to go in. Got the exhaust done, intake's back on. I gotta pull these plugs out. These are now our painting plugs. So they fit for the 350s, so that'll be kind of nice. You know, got all new gaskets and everything set up. Paint turned out really good. And then I'll flip you guys around. I'll show you what the engine bay looks like. Engine bay cleaned up really nice. We got a couple broken wires I need to fix. But it just got done raining, so I cleaned up some of the frame, painted some of it, not all of it. Eventually this winter, this whole front's going to come right back off. We're actually going to weld up some of the fenders here. I'm not ready to do the quarters yet, but we're going to try to pull some of the dents out. And I want to paint the front clip too, get it all black. So the image with the car, if anybody's curious, is we're going to have the whole car like a dark black. Sorry, I'm getting mauled by bees. We're going to kill that motherfucker really quick. Did I get him? If not, he's going to have one hell of a headache. So, anyways, as I was saying before I got really interrupted, the car will be all black. And like where the body lines run, we're going to have red and white pinstripe. And then that includes for the hood, for here, and on the trunk part here, coming down. And then we'll run it up. And then we'll have a white vinyl top. Interior will be black with red carpet. We're going to change steering wheel out to the 70 grand sport wheel. And then we're going to put wood grain dash. I have a radio for it. And then we'll keep the original seats. So I have a big image for the car. I got to get there. So, and I did fix the core support. I had the core support in wrong. So I had it where this part was sitting on top of this plate. This plate's supposed to sit on top here. So I got that proper now. And then we had gotten everything painted up. So me and Dad are going to get the engine in. So we're getting ready to do that. We're going to do that off camera. And then we'll just jump back when it's in here. I'm going to resituate that brake line there. And then we should be good to go. So yeah, let's kick some ass. I'm back. It is the next day. We got bad news, really bad news, but we also got good news too. Look at it. It's all together. I had two things left to do last night. One, put spark plug wires on, and two, put coolant in it. This car is back up to, level where I can lean on it. We got a heavy water leak somewhere. I was putting coolant in it, and I put 1 gallon in, nothing leaked, Put the second gallon in it, and you could hear water rushing. It sounded like a waterfall. And looked underneath the car once I got the gallon through it, because I kind of just figured it was water hitting inside the radiator. Looked underneath the car, and it's just dumping water from out the back. Which means something's wrong. So, I'm going to need your guys' help. I'm going to set the camera up underneath the car where the bell housing area is. And you guys are going to watch and see where the fuck the water's coming from. It is raining out right now. So if we figure this out and it's fixable, it's going to be a miserable day. Tomorrow's the car show. I will suffer through this rain. It will not stop me. My double chin. Man, I'm getting fat. Alright, let's get underneath this cart. Alright. That's probably the best we're going to get. I'm going to pour this in slowly. And hopefully we get the shot that we need. Now you guys pay attention here. So, here we go. All right, we got shit everywhere. Oh. I didn't build this fucking engine right. Yeah, you guys can see all that. Look at that. At least I'll have to pull the housing part out. The thing is, it doesn't look like freeze plugs. That's the thing. Looks like it's coming out of the fucking head gaskets, which is a bad thing, and those are torqued up. Yeah, because I'll show you guys where it was pissing out. Now the freeze plugs sit lower, but right by the spark plug and the exhaust manifold, like it's leaking through the heads. I don't know if I'm filling the engine up with water, but we're gonna go get another gallon and we're gonna look up at the top. So I'll be back in a minute. Well, we got you guys set up for another round of awesomeness. I want you guys to look at the head here and tell me if you guys see anything wrong. As I don't got much time for dumping the water in and then go look around. So this is gallon number 2. Let me get the cap open. Alright, and dumping now. See shit squirting out of the head there. check on this side. She's leaking through the heads. I got it leaking up on top here. That means we have to reverse all my process that we just did. So, yeah. We're close, but not close enough, you guys. Yeah, you guys can just see it coming out of the heads. So to be a freeze plug, I'm coming up about here, right underneath the manifold. The freeze plugs sit down farther. So the freeze plugs are okay, that I know of. So yeah. So God knows how much water is in the engine now. So oh God, I don't know what I did wrong though. You know, they were lined up just fine, and they were torqued down. These heads and block were together, so yeah. Might be calling it here, boys and girls. So I hope there's some girls watching, you know. Be cool. It's interesting when they watch stuff too. So, anyways, I don't know if I'm going to end it here. So, if there's still more to the video, clearly it wasn't ended. So, I don't know what I'm going to do. I haven't thought that far yet, so. But, I will be right back. Figured out what's wrong. Me and my buddy here, pretty smart Buick guy, really smart Buick guy actually. We figured out, he actually figured it out, but I'm gonna fix it. We got the wrong head gaskets on here. This engine is a 77 block with heads. The only thing that's from the original engine out of here, which would be number 1, this is engine number 3. So intake off engine number 1 is the only thing that's on here with the oil pan. But that don't really matter, the oil pan is all the same for every year. So we are going to go as fast as I can. I ain't going to record any of this process. This is going to be all boring. Plus you guys already saw me do a bunch of this already. So I'm trying to make the episode short, because it's probably getting long by now. So the goal here, I'm going to take the intake off. I'm going to leave as much of the stuff on the intake that I can. And then we're going to pull the heads off with as much of the stuff on the heads that I can. And then I ordered the new head gaskets, so everything will be sitting here waiting. So then tomorrow we got that car show. I'm going to get up. I got to be to O'Reilly's at 7:30. That's when their parts get dropped off. So it's going to be a close one. So I'm gonna try to get the hood off again, and then we're gonna dive into this. So wish me luck, and I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. And that will be the end for today. Tomorrow morning, we're gonna hopefully get this running. It'll more than likely run like shit. I've never timed an engine before. I want to shave some of the intake off where it's not important, just so I got some more turning room, you know. So, because it's kind of a pain, because I got like that much turning room, and it's not enough because this is one, and these are whatever one we decide. This one of these two will be cylinder 1. So, but yeah, had my neighbor help me get the heads and intake off, so I really appreciate him for helping. So I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. So tomorrow, for the end of this video, I'm just gonna jump to when I'm going to get this running. So yeah, see you tomorrow. Give you all an update here. So the head gaskets I ordered weren't there at 7:30. You know, they were oh yeah, we changed our shipping schedule, you know, blah, 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 yeah, whatever. So, them head gaskets weren't even right. They're for some other engine I don't even know. It's a GM engine. Got the look in, these head gaskets worked. I had them flipped the wrong way, so the water jacket on the head wasn't sealed. So, we finally got them. It's holding water. It's not leaking out of the heads anymore. We got water in it. So holding, my camera's a little dirty. Yeah, you guys will be fine here. So I'm putting the rest of this back together, so I'll bring you guys back when we're actually trying to start this. So it'll either more likely be tomorrow. So we're gonna get her running, and I'm gonna take her to work this week. So let's keep on trucking. Well, it's the middle of the night. What time is it actually? It's almost 10 o'clock. Probably gonna annoy the neighbors. But I just tried starting into this. Trying to start. So she's trying to run. So we're gonna turn you guys around here. And we're gonna get some night shots. Yep, we still have our Christmas lights up. Yep, it's the middle of June. So let's see if she comes to life. Yeah, we'll keep the phone. Here we go. So I don't know if it'll start. The battery's pretty low. So if it does start, we might be golden. Won't run for long. Alternator's not hooked up. So. Yeah, she might need some juice. So let me. It's at top dead. Let's just make sure all the plug wires are snapped in first. So let's try it again. We just pushed in 2 of them. Maybe she'll try to fire up now. Here we go. Four starter. Something. I've never done this before, so don't be yelling at me, alright? Let's turn back more. That should be firing early. That's more back. I do have a fire extinguisher handy, so. It's getting smoky out here. I'm gonna look around, see what we got, if we got fire or something. Just try it once. Okay. Ready? Yep. Well, it runs. It means we gotta adjust the distributor again. And we got a leak in the top line for the trans. So we're gonna call her quits for tonight, and we'll get her running in the morning. When there's daylight, we can see everything better. I just wanted to hear if it'll bark off, and it did. You could hear that cam. Bloop, 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 bloop. Yeah, I loved it. So I will see you guys in the morning. Well, she runs really good for the few seconds that we got it running last night. A few things that we ran into: we have to take the spark plug wires and rotate them up one on each so we can get the vacuum advance line out of the fan. That's what Dad was holding back yesterday. And then I have to change the radiator so I can get it fixed. There is a thread part on it for the upper, I believe it's the return for the transmission fluid, and it's stripped out and it's not leaking. So I'm in the process of dumping coolant, well, just the water, back into the ground, and she's slowly dripping. So you know, I'll open it up here in a minute and just get it all out, and then I'll pull all this apart off camera, and when we go to start it up and see what she holds for oil pressure and everything, we'll come back and do that. So I will be back in about a nanosecond. Right, I hooked the battery up, that might be important. So radiator's full, we got the 4-row in out of the Wildcat. I'm actually going to keep the 4-row in here. It fits really nice. Just more water. So I'm going to order another 4-row. And take this fan shroud, put it in the Wildcat, and then I'm going to go pick up a better looking fan shroud for the Skylight, because I love the Skylight more. So, let's see if we bring some thunder. No clue what it's going to do. She runs. I'm not gonna change that at all. It didn't cough or anything, and it fired right up. So I'm gonna give it some more gas. I'd like to hear it idle and run. I was more of just trying to pull water into itself, you know, so it would fill up. So that is good news to hear it fired right up. So let's try to get it running again. Actually gonna choke it. Never choked it from without the intake on it. That's fired early. I'm gonna put it there, and then we'll see what she does. And that guy we're gonna pull up. So it coughed, which means it should be firing early. Sounds really good. Yeah, I like the sound of that. Burning paint off the headers. That's good. Any oil that's spilt. shit burning off the headers. Which is fine. That'll be good. I'm gonna run it without the hood on it for a little bit. Ah, yes, the radiator finally pulled down some. And the trans is not leaking this time. You can hear like a squirting sound towards the end. And that was the trans line returning. It's squirting shit up. It's alive. We now find ourselves under the car. Yep, under the car. We got a short somewhere. It's hot out. I'm too fat for this shit. But we're going to keep going. Because shit doesn't come easy in life. So, I found our short. So, I'm going to point it to you. I keep looking at the turn camera. So, sorry. Let me show it to you guys. You can see it clear as day. Right there. We need to go to O'Reilly's. I can return them head gaskets and shit. And get a new positive wire. So, hopefully we can take it out for right here. I know that nut is a 5/8. So, at least I don't have to drop the starter. I have done this enough. I know fucking everything. So, yeah. Let's, is that cracking there too? Yep, she's cracking. That's fun. So, let me get this wire out. We're in the car. So, I did some testing yesterday. I don't know if I put that section of the video in yet. But, before we start it, it runs. You guys heard it run. It sounds pretty good. You know, it runs good. Holds some pretty good oil pressure. I don't have third gear. Part of the modulator line was broke. And, part of the rubber boot from the modulator line to the transmission that gives it a flexing capability also had a hole in it. So I did some patching work, put a new vacuum line into it, and I robbed the modulator line out the Wildcat. So the Wildcat is like turning into a parts car, which I don't like. This Friday I'll be getting a new modulator line and radiator for the Wildcat. So I take the 4-row out, get the 4-row back to the Wildcat, and then put a new 3-row into the Skylark here. So we're gonna see if she'll start. Come on now. Cold-blooded. Shakes the whole car. I love it. It's like an untamed creature. Well, she's trying to idle. Back. Alright, here we go. Please give me third. Give me third, girl. Yes, third! Fuck yeah! Wait. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. We got third. Woohoo! Fuck yeah! I should go test drive her now. That's awesome. Fuck yeah. Modulator line was the problem, so we are good to go. I had to keep looking at the middle of the street. So, she pulls now. So we're gonna go around the block. And if she pulls holds up, that'll be it for this video. It's a little sputtery and smoky. My camera's kind of dirty, so from yesterday, I apologize. This engine hasn't ran in God knows how long, so we're basically, you know, breaking it back in. So front feels pretty loose, but it feels good to be in the driver's seat again. So she tries to stall going around corners. Warming up now, oil pressure's dropping. So she's at about 50 pounds right now. Yeah, you gun on it, instantly just huffs smoke. So she's not fully awake yet. I just hope we ain't on fire. But oil pressure's still holding, which is good. That's what we want. So temp gauge hasn't, done anything yet. It's a new temp gauge I put in. I don't know. It might be a broken one, might be a lemon, for all we know. Yeah, you get on it. She gives her some smoke. She's wore out. But it's a good candidate block for a heavy build, I can tell you that one. The more runtime we get in it, though, the more it will come back around. Big cam, small pistons, perfect. Got a good run to it, though. Glad that we have third. So we were thinking that it wasn't giving enough vacuum for that third gear. So I'm glad it works. So that means I can go get this washed if she don't burn down to the ground. Oh yeah, she's a dog. Driving my van. It's my that type of winter vehicle. Now, will she stay running? That's a spitter and sputter, dude. Come on, wake up, girl. Okay, that's 60. It's like driving Christine. If you guys ever seen the movie, there's a scene where they're taking it to a salvage yard and it's just smoking. That's what this is doing right now. No, my luck, I just burnt I bought a junk block. Oh, that would suck if it does. But we can at least get it back to the storage unit. So. Kick her into neutral. To the floor. So nothing blew up, which is good. So something's off. Stay with me. So, well, I'm gonna look back in the driveway, right around the corner from my house. So, yeah, we were successful. We're back in my car. So, without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching.